Hello everybody, this is Gregory with Permanent Weight Loss Made Easy, where there should be no hesitation in your weight loss and in your weight maintenance. Today we're going to talk about essentially the number one reason why we're the fattest we've ever been in human history. Now before we begin, if you need help with weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. As many of you guys know, I've lost over 100 pounds and have kept it off for 33 years. I might be able to help you. Also subscribe if you haven't done so already and post a comment. It's going to be a short episode because we have 250 episodes really tackling the kind of the challenge of permanent weight loss. A large majority of people who do lose over 50 pounds or more regain it within 3 years. If you look at the way we ate prior to the 1970s, we ate more calories, more meat, more saturated fat, more butter, and we were skinny. Your great-grandparents, your grandparents, they were skinny. Yeah, some of it was they were less sedentary, but in general, they were skinnier. And now we saw skyrocketing obesity the last 50 years. And now we're the most obese we've ever been in human history. Why is that? We've covered here a lot, quite a bit. The root cause, which is childhood trauma. What is causing you to have a disordered relationship with food or with alcohol? Something happened to throw off that thermostat. But we're not going to cover that today. If you want to look at someone just to blame, the scapegoat in terms of food, it's the middle aisles of the grocery store, simply put. If you look at our diet in the 1960s, we didn't have nearly as much of the highly processed food, or they call it the UPFs, the ultra-processed foods. The ultra-processed foods, as the name would suggest, are frankenfoods. They're fake foods. They're foods that don't have a lot of nutrition, but they have an insane amount of calories, food dyes, preservatives, and various types of sugar, typically corn-based sugars, which are obesogens. So think of the middle aisles of the grocery store. These are all fake foods. Cereal, chips, donuts, cookies, crackers, sodas, Sunny D, the list goes on and on and on and on. And so in the 50s and 60s, yes, they had cereals in the 1950s. If you look at the interesting history of cereal, it was actually Kellogg's created it to lower male testosterone because he wanted Americans to have less kids. But either way, these things existed in the 1950s, but not the glut that we have today. And so if we kind of go back to the rubric of what we were eating in the 1950s, you wouldn't nearly have as much obesity. Eating just fully satiating meats, butter, bacon, eggs, vegetables, fruits, kind of like a low-carb diet or a modified keto diet. This is really the key. The problem is that the foods that are highly processed are addictive, and they intentionally do this. They reach the bliss point. They have food scientists who reach the bliss point on your chips, on your Pringles, to make sure they're the perfect ratio of salty, fat, and sweet. Plus, just the ease of getting this junk food. Fast food, right? It's quick, drive-through, impulse buying stuff at the grocery store, impulse buying stuff at the gas station, all the candies. Now we have Uber Eats and all these things that can deliver all this food. So it's very hard. So you have to have more willpower than you definitely needed in the 1960s. But if you want to lose weight, there's a lot of keys too, and we've talked about it here, but one of the keys for permanent weight loss, because we can all crash diet, fad diet, but for permanent weight loss is you gotta avoid the middle aisles of the grocery store. There's just tons of garbage there. Just flour that's been refined, so all the bran, all the good stuff of the wheat has been taken away. We throw in food dyes, which are linked to hyperactivity and bladder cancer. We're shot up with preservatives like sodium nitrate, potassium sorbate. These are linked to problems as well. And so it's just the list goes on and on, guys. So I know it's hard because they are not our friends. Big supermarket, even though they'll do a lot of ads, blah, blah, Kroger's your friend, H-E-B's your friend, they're not your friend. Their goal is to get you to buy those foods. Kraft, Procter & Gamble, all the ones who do these UPFs, they don't care about your health. They just want you to buy their product because ultimately they're beholden to their stockholders. They have to make a profit. They don't care about your health. So you have to be vigilant and try to stay away from these foods, even though they're very addictive. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and God bless.